here with some of your tennis all-star kids from throughout the country, and some of them have some questions that they would like to ask you.
Cool.
So who wants to ask Andy a question?
How old were you when you started tennis?
I started playing when I was about 4 or 5 with my brother. My mum used to coach us when we were younger.
What sort of fitness training do you do except tennis?
Do a lot of 400-meter running. I spend probably about an hour and a half in the gym every day, and then three and a half hours on court.
What do you do before a big match?
I listen to music to relax.
What's your favourite shot?
Favourite shot? I like hitting the drop shot. It's a good one. Do you like that one? It's a good shot.
If you were to give these guys one bit of advice at this age, what would it be?
2. 1 is to work hard, and 2 is to have fun. I think the most important thing is to enjoy playing. You obviously have to work hard and listen to your coaches, but you know, as long as you're enjoying it, that's the most important thing.
One thing that's very, very important is the type of equipment and the type of balls that we use for the red, orange and green tennis in the David Lloyd Leisure Tennis All-Star programme. We're here with Andy Murray. We're here with Andy Catchpole, who's our technical specialist, and he knows everything there is about rackets and balls.
I mean, Mini Tennis Red is really just a case of getting the kids on court. It's going to be their first introduction to tennis, so it's making sure their racket is not too big for them.
Yeah, you got to be careful the kids don't have rackets that are too big. Obviously, it's not good for the wrist and for the arm, and also they're a little bit too heavy, and the kids can't tend to hold them up and control the racket properly.
I mean, the Mini Tennis Red is a much smaller racket, and then the idea is gradually as they move up to the next level, the racket is extended, so it's slightly longer, so it's much easier to hit with. But one of the big differences is the balls. So you see the difference in size. The Mini Tennis Red is quite big, it's much easier to see. Then we move up to the Mini Tennis Orange, a little bit smaller, more like a normal tennis ball, but a little bit softer.
You know, the spongy ones are obviously good. They go a little bit slower as well, you know, than the slightly harder ones, which obviously helps for the coordination, and the kids get a bit more confidence.
On the softer balls, they're a bit easier to control when the ball's not bouncing so high.
Yeah.
And I think as they're progressing through, the worst thing they want is balls zipping all over the place that they can't actually hit.
Okay, so we've gone from 4 to 5 up to 8, 9, 10 years of age. You get to be this sort of size with this sort of racket and this sort of ball, and that's us getting ready to play tennis on a full court.
Its length of racket is the key thing there again. You're virtually up to within maybe an inch of a full-size racket, the sort of size that Andy will use. Again, it's the same size as a normal tennis ball. Not quite as soft as the orange ball, it's getting a little bit harder, and it's not far off what a normal tennis ball is then.
So, Andy, we're looking at a drill here based around movement. Can you take us through some of the benefits of doing a drill such as this?
Yeah, well, I think one of the most important things for a tennis player is to have the understanding of how to move when the ball is coming deep. So, like you'll see here, the ball's coming deep, you take a few steps back, get in position and hit it. And then when you see the short ball coming, being able to, you know, recognise that as well, and then move forward and use the right amount of footsteps to get yourself in position to hit the best shot. Because the worst thing that you can do as a player is when the ball's coming hard at you, to stand straight up on the baseline and end up having to hit half volleys and stuff where you have no control over the ball. Whereas this one teaches you to hit every ball at the top of the bounce and, you know, improve your footwork moving forward, which is very important nowadays.
We're delighted to be here with what is the cream of our junior tennis pros from the David Lloyd Leisure All-Star programme. And it's very important for us that our coaches build a bridge with Andy, so we use all his talent and skills to assist us in delivering a much better All-Star programme for our members.
What advice would you give to young children about what they should eat and drink?
Obviously got to drink a lot of water when you're playing, and you know, normally, you know, the odd energy drink as well is good, but yeah, to eat before every single match, always have a bowl of pasta about an hour before I go on.
What sort of relationship should a coach have with the Tennis All-Star family?
I think you know, they need to kind of work together to understand the kid better. You know, the family can, you know, let the coach know what sort of stuff the kid likes, what he dislikes, and you know, I think it's important that the coaches give feedback to the families as well at the end of sessions, so that they understand everything that's going on, what they've been working on, what they're feeling confident with, what they aren't feeling confident with.
The one shot that you're famous for is the drop shot.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot, obviously played all sorts of different times. Can you give us a little demonstration of a drill that you might do to practice the drop shot?
Yeah. Okay, so when you see the deep ball, you can play with a lot of height to push the opponent back, hopefully get the short ball, and then you just drop it over like that and it's point over.
Andy, you're gonna work on your serve here. Just give us a little heads up on when and how often you perhaps do this practice.
I do this pretty much every day. Yeah, for about 20-25 minutes I hit at least 20 serves at each spot. You know, obviously just trying to hit the cones and make sure that, you know, each serve you're getting to a rhythm. You know, so once you get on the court, you know, it's just second nature. It's not something that you have to force. So yeah, at the end of each practice session, just bang out sort of 100 serves. Oh.